Good morning. It is currently Thursday, and today I decided to swap out my workout day for a rest day because I needed it. So this morning I decided I was gonna do my rest day, right? And then I kept thinking to myself, like, okay, like, is it gonna be a full rest day, or is it gonna be a day where I come back and I work out because I didn't work out today? Because then I want to enjoy my weekend. And a lot of the times when I choose to have a rest day during the week or rest day period, I like keep thinking about, should I work out? Maybe today shouldn't be my rest day. Maybe when I come back home, I'll work out. I'll think about it and then I'll decide later. And I feel like that really takes away from it being a rest day, because the entire time I'm just thinking or feeling guilty about not working out, and then being like, okay, I'll work out in the afternoon, but then I don't want to work out in the afternoon, so I'm like back and forth. And then in the end, maybe I do end up working out because I end up convincing myself, and I didn't even have a full rest day. It wasn't a mental rest day because the entire time I was just thinking. So I have decided that today will be my full rest day. I know sometimes it can be a little like daunting or overwhelming to start a challenge like this because you want to see results right away. But my biggest tip is don't focus on the results at the end of the challenge. Focus on the results right now. The little simple gratifications that you have as you're doing these little things that are bettering your life, like going for the walk, how good you feel after that walk, how good you feel going on that walk and feeling the sun on your skin and the breeze, and doing the workout and how good you feel after that workout, how toned up you feel, how strong you feel, making yourself a delicious breakfast and how satisfied you feel. Little things like that, and just noticing how all those little things are leading you to build better habits. Because when you start doing this, all of a sudden you start wanting to pick up cleaning and having like a tidy space, and then all of a sudden you pick up this like creative hobby that you're into now all of a sudden, because you don't want to just waste your time doing nothing, or you don't want to just be constantly scrolling, so you're like, let me do this, let me start that, and then you just kind of, it's like an avalanche. I know that the whole thing with the 75 hard is like you have to be like super strict and stick to it, but honestly it's your challenge at the end of the day. Cater it to yourself and what you think will help you best achieve the challenge. I'm gonna have a little roll cake. I did eat here, by the way. Here's my proof. I just had literally the same thing I had for breakfast this morning. It was so good. I did it again. I am excited because I just paid off a credit card, and that is, I feel like, one of the biggest stressors as an adult, is just having those constant credit card payments and just watching them build. I finally paid off one of them, and I'm so excited. That's like one just stress off of me. I'm not someone to give off financial advice, but I am going to share this piece of advice because honestly, like, it changed my mindset on credit cards and payments and all of that, because I am someone who I didn't grow up knowing a lot about credit cards, and it's so easy to just build these credit card amounts and give the monthly minimum payment, but then watch it continue to build, and all of it is just interest. I was struggling for a while because I'm like, okay, when am I ever going to be able to pay this off? Because like I have to give here, I have to give here, and I have to give there. But yeah, I need to use this one. So then that still builds up. Even though I gave the payment, like the minimum payment, obviously I wasted more than what I gave. So then the interest on top of that, like, it's just insane. So one day work offered a like little financial literacy class during our lunch break, and I decided to take it. Best decision ever. And I learned a tip that changed my life. And it just changed it right now because I just barely did it. But a tip that they provided was work to pay off your smallest steps first, and then compound the amount of payments you give towards your next credit card. So let's say I have 3 credit cards, right? This is a credit card with the smallest amount. This is like the middle amount. This is the largest amount that I owe. It's also the one that I use the most. And so every month I give my minimum payments to each. but then I like to give a little extra here, a little extra to this one, but then I use this one, so then I end up using more than what I even gave. Then the interest on top of that builds. And then same with this one, right? Like it's like this endless cycle. You're never paying anything off. You're just throwing your money there. You know, maybe you were giving like a little more than your minimum payment to each one, but obviously it's not going anywhere because you continue to use them, and it's like this endless cycle. So one thing they actually said was work to build a $1,000 savings, so that if in case of an emergency you don't use your credit card, you use that $1,000 savings that you have. So I did work on that, and I will be honest, I'm not fully there, I'm halfway there, but it's a start. And then, you know, I have enough in case of an emergency, like a severe emergency. And this is something that I have told myself, like, I will not touch this unless I absolutely need it. And then I have my credit cards, right? So again, I was giving a little extra to each one, trying to lower the debt on each one, but obviously it wasn't going anywhere because I was continuing to use them. So what I did was I gave the minimum payments to these two, so that way there's no fees or anything, any late fees. And then the extra that I was giving here, I was able to accumulate and put it all in here. And then now this credit card is paid off. So now I have these two credit cards that I have left. And now I'm going to do the same. What I was giving to that last credit card that I just paid off, I can give towards this credit card, meet the minimum payment here, and then eventually get rid of this credit card. I was not about to flip you guys off. And then I'll have one, and then we'll be debt free. Oh my God. Yeah. Welcome to adulthood. Cheers. I got to go back to work.
You've never once done jury duty or paid your taxes.
Not until gay marriage is legal everywhere.
All right, we are back home from work, and as you could tell, I have a little face mask on. I decided to try the new mask that I got from Marshall's recently that I showed in last week's video. So far I like it. I feel like it's very hydrating, very refreshing, so I'm just enjoying that. And I decided to turn on some New Girl. I've been loving New Girl. It's been like my comfort show to just rewatch it, because I watched it a couple years back, but I stopped watching it I think at like season 3. So I'm starting to get to the new episodes now, and it's just been the type of show that I, you know, turn on at night right before bed. Fast forward to the weekend, and we are currently doing a little bit of editing as I'm taking my pre-workout here. So I finally recently found my groove again with editing. I have found a good way to streamline just like my editing process. I've always just kind of left a day where I would do all of my rough cut, and then a day where I would do all of like the final edit. But recently what I've been doing is I've been importing footage into Final Cut Pro and then just editing as I go. And I feel like that helps out so much more, because it's so much easier to do a rough cut for like 20 minutes worth of footage versus 2 hours worth of footage, because then you just get overwhelmed having like 2 hours worth to edit through. And that's why I don't want to like sit down and edit, because I'm like, there's so much to do, like I don't have time. But it's like, you do have time, you just have to find a way to work with yourself. And this goes for anything, right? Like with schoolwork, with work, with other things, cleaning your house. Like if you leave things for the last minute, that's when things just become so much more of a hassle, and then you don't want to do it, right? Like if you tidy up your house throughout the day, just kind of like clean up the mess that you did here, clean up the mess that you did there, wash your dishes as you're cooking, it's much less of a hassle at the end of it when you have to actually do the final thing, right? Like the editing, when you have to do the washing your dishes. Like you don't have as many dishes because you already washed your dishes from this morning when you finished cooking. Now you just have the dishes that you have now. With homework, right? Like when we procrastinate, we leave everything to last minute. That's what stresses us out. But who's to blame here? You, because you haven't found a process to kind of help you help yourself. Like hold yourself accountable. What are you not doing? okay, I'm procrastinating, I'm leaving things to last minute. I clearly have free time because why am I procrastinating? Because I'm doing other things. So just kind of helping yourself develop a system that's going to help you succeed and accomplish all of your goals. I also want to find some new organization for my scrapbooking supplies because as you can see, it has been filled to the brim and I'm just stacking stuff on top now because it has no more space. So I want to find some sort of organization for that. And I also remembered that I forgot to show you guys. I picked up a bunch of cute, adorable stickers. Daiso is just literally the best. Like, they have everything I could need. I found these little like notepad things that I'm gonna use to, oh, this is like one of the little letters that I'm gonna write to Ruby. Look at these cute little heart stickers, adorable. I found these long sticky notes that I can stick on top of photos and use kind of to write captions or something. And then I got this little calligraphy style pen. I got another little sticky notepad thing I can use to write notes. Another one. And then I got this little star cutout. You can cut stars on paper. Cool. I got this little wool making kit. This thing is so adorable. Make a little keychain. I cannot wait to make that one. And then I just got a little notepad. I did place an order recently from Amazon, so I'm waiting to get some things. I got one of those little laptop stands just because this is what we've been using. An upside down basket for like years now. So I finally invested in the actual stand. Oh, I did get a new bedding. So I'm going to be using that. And I ordered one more thing. I got an Octo Buddy. And then I'm going to treat myself to a little Goodwill trip. I'm only going out today. I'm not going out tomorrow because it's dangerous to go out in this economy. Like, literally every day that I go out, it's at least $100 spent. It's insane. But I let myself go out once a week because the rest of the week I'm at home not doing anything. Okay, quick little change of plans. I was going to work out first, but my sister wants to go for a walk. And I love when people talk sweet to me. Like, tell me you want to go on a walk, I will be there. And actually something else that they said at that financial literacy class was to change your relationship with money, which is funny because you never think to hear mental health tips at a financial literacy class, but they literally talked about just learning to be grateful for the money and how that changes your relationship with it. And it truly does, because the second I started changing the way that I looked at money, money started flowing differently. And this was prior to me getting this job, because I know that, as you guys know, I recently got a new job position. But before that, I was making a minimum wage, and this changed when I was still making minimum wage. I used to not share my money. Like, I was making minimum wage and I would instantly think, okay, the money has to go to pay my bills, and then whatever money I do have left over, which wasn't a lot, is for me to be able to do or purchase the things that I want. And I was a little stingy with it, but then I started realizing, you know what, I do have a little bit to share. And I just started sharing my money. Like, even if I had to go a week where I didn't have money for myself, that was okay, because I started enjoying being able to help others or like give to others. And I would do little things like buying my parents food or sending them money, or buying my sister's food. I'd ask, like, have you ate today? And they say no. Why? Because I don't have money. Here's some money, buy yourself food. Like, little things like that. I just started changing the way I guess looked at my money, and I was like, I do have money to share. And I started sharing, and I started enjoying sharing. And then that's when money started flowing differently to me, I swear to you. And do with that what you will. I personally believe in energies, and I don't know, like, it's just, I think everything flows based on how you're flowing with life. If you look at life negatively, life will be negative with you. But if you have a positive outlook on it, and you're just constantly trying to like grow and like improve yourself and just have good relationship with things, like, life is gonna keep getting better for you. Again, do with that what you will. To each their own, but I believe in that stuff. And things started changing. Also, my friend Ava on here, one of my besties. She talked about feng shui in my room, and you know, she had recommended me moving my bed to the other side of my room, and I didn't necessarily like think, okay, yeah, I'm gonna move it, right? Like, because I want the feng shui to be better. I just randomly moved it one day. It ended up there, and then my life started changing. And then she mentioned it, and I realized, yeah, my life started changing. Like, when my bed used to be right in the energy flow of the door, I felt stuck, like nothing was changing. I felt kind of negative about life. Moved my bed around, things started going up. I don't know. Again, do with that what you will. To each their own. Okay, we're gonna go for a walk. We have acquired the coffee, and it is quite delicious today. Nothing like getting a good cup of coffee. There are some days where you just don't get that great of coffee. I'm a sweet coffee person personally. Like, if I'm gonna spend on coffee outside, it's to get like a good sweet little tasting coffee, because I cannot make it sweet at home, like the right amount of sweet. I always leave it being so bitter, and if I want bitter coffee, I could just make that at home. On the agenda, we're gonna go get gas because I need a refill, and then I'm going to go to Goodwill because it has been one of my little monthly treats to myself to go to Goodwill, just see what they have. Okay, so I am looking for organization for my scrapbook supplies. I'm looking for maybe something like this. This is really cool. I have my little nieces. Everybody say hi. We just hit 10K.
You tell me first.
Okay, so I'm looking for something like this. This is so cute. This could go on my desk. But why is it 30 bucks?
I don't know. The store made it.
Here, put this in your pocket. Let's walk out with it.
Motherfucker is that the guy in the cartoon?
Okay, we are back home now, and I have the organizer that I wanted. Honestly, I feel like this is the perfect organizer. Like, it's just the right size. It was a little pricey though, not gonna lie, but it is worth it because I have been wanting to organize all of my scrapbooking supplies. This way it's a more like accessible way, and I can use them more, because whenever something is out of reach, one, you don't think about it, and I'm trying to find ways to make my crafts more accessible to me, so that they're not out of the way and it's not a hassle to pull them out or to even get started on these things. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have like one just for all of my stickers. So literally just toss all of them in here. Daiso, the number one place I love to get stickers. And then the second place I like to get stickers at is this local bookstore. They carry these, but I do think you can get these at like, I'm pretty sure Barnes & Nobles, because this one I originally got at Barnes & Nobles, and then I went to that local bookstore and I saw that they had these, and so I've been getting them there since. And then I have just a bunch more stickers. I have loose things in here, like this thing that this random guy gave us at the Peso Pluma concert. I saved that. I have the little photo strip I think I'll have like the bottom one for all of my tools maybe. This can go in here. This is like actually crazy because this is filling up already. But at least this I can keep up here. Okay, maybe where I have all my stickers, I can keep all these like little stationery stuff as well. Like the sticky notes. This is from when we went to Universal Studios a couple years ago. This is for my first time ever gambling at a casino. I didn't win anything, if you're curious. And honestly, I did not find, maybe because you have to have money to gamble. I don't know. I personally did not find gambling fun. I went in with a $20 limit and I got nothing. And just seeing my money disappear so quickly was just not captivating to me. What I really wanted within reach, if I'm being honest, is my stickers, because I not only use the stickers for scrapbooking, I also use it for my planner. And so just having all of this within reach, I think will just make it that much easier. So I still put this here, and in here I'm gonna put my actual scrapbook, put it here. Okay, my stuff has finally arrived. I've been waiting for this all day long. It could not have taken longer. First things first, we have the stand. Call me Bob the Builder. I just put this together, no biggie. Time to get rid of my makeshift basket stand. And finally, we have an actual stand. And then I can finally just, you know, open it up. It looks good like this. I can stick my iPad down here. This is perfect. Next thing I got is my Octo Buddy. I love anything that can help me to best use my phone as like a second camera, which is why I love pop sockets to this day, because it's just a regular stand. I could use it to kind of help my phone balance. So allegedly it's really good to help film like different angles. So I got this one. I got the double-sided one because I'm hoping I can use it for both the front and back camera. Let's give it a try. I'm gonna stick you guys to my little shelf. Ooh, that's scary. La 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 la. And here is the other angle. This is nice, actually. It's holding up pretty well. And lastly, the other angle is you can literally stick it anywhere. And now we have a different angle. I like this. Okay, worth the money. Whoa. Oh, whoa. The suction is crazy. You almost brought my mirror with you. Worth it. I like that it is also removable because, again, I still like my pop socket. So I'm gonna throw this in my purse or just have it here. I might end up actually buying another one next time I place an order on Amazon. I like to do a group order, so I'm not ordering like one thing at a time. But now the last thing is I got a new bedding. I'm just in a new phase of my life. Also, I just don't do well with white bedding. Look at how cute it is. Oh my goodness, I'm so obsessed with it already. Hopefully this one is a more refreshing fabric because it already feels more cooling. Oh my god, this is so cute. My bed is so stinking cute. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. And then here comes this blanket to ruin it. You know, I really should get a new blanket, but this blanket has been with me through thick and thin. So she will keep showing up. Honestly, this was a Christmas present for my mom a couple years ago. And it's the best blanket I've ever had.